Hi guys, welcome to Crypto Bin 101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency, trading, and investment in general. Yesterday we talked about the layer 1 blockchain that just launched. There could be competition to Ethereum, Solana, and other blockchain and ecosystem. But we saw it failed, and even the market plunges as people were even scared to get into the market or trading. But why are all these things happening? Is it because we're in bad bear market? That's why a lot of things are just happening. We saw the merge didn't do well. We even saw Kaduna upgrading their fork. We saw Solana even bringing in some optionals when it comes to NFT, and all of this didn't even apply or didn't help the market at all. Instead, we saw the market continue to fall. On today, we're going to check out the chart and see why and what we should be expecting in the market for the time being. My name is Ahmed Oladmeji Kazim, and welcome to the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show, where we trade it and we don't gamble it. If you're new to the channel, you may want to hit the subscribe button so you can always get to understand or get the notifications when we drop any videos for your view. All right, without no wasting time, let's check out the chart first. We can see right now BTC is still ranging between 19,000 and 19,200. And if you check my show or if you check our chart analysis out, that's exactly what I said, because I told you we're seeing kind of symmetric triangle on a lower time frame, which that played out already, and now we're now having it coming out on a higher time frame as well. And what does that mean? That means we might see BTC moving upward anytime soon, maybe today, tomorrow, because we got some news today. Like, let me show you. We have some fundamental news coming up today talking about inflations in Canada, inflation in GDP, inflation in Europe, and all of that. We're having the data is going to come out today, and that is going to help us even have some understanding on where the market could be, even though we're waiting for the Fed talking about the interest rate come November. So right now, on the chart, we can see that the market is not really moving like that. We've just been moving from after we succeeded in recovering from 18,170 that the market dropped to during the last inflation data. We saw the market recover back to around 19,950. And I told you, do not FOMO in, because you don't need to do that. What you just need to do is to wait and let us see uh, a reversal or a retest of the other blocks so you can be able to take your trade. And we've seen that playing out, which I showed you the last time, that we saw something like this. You can see something like this. We saw the market coming down to test 0.50%, and that's the reason why we've seen the market doing this. And I told you, when we see 0.50% in the market, there's possibility that we're going to test the top back to form M, and now we'll see the market come down. So now, but before we go into the chart, let's take a look at the news first so we can understand what is going on in the market. Then we're going to come back to the chart and tell you what you need to do and what you don't need to do. So right now on the chart, we can even see Aptos is trending because it's a layer 1 blockchain engineered to evolve around, built with Move to create a home where developers build future-proof apps efficiently and enjoyably. But yesterday now, we saw it that after the whole thing, it was not doing well, and that has been sparkling a lot of news. We can see on the news that April token plunges in trading debut, and we saw Aptos hype tokenomics finally unveil ahead of listing on Binance. So a lot of these news are just out there, and it shows that some projects, not as if they're bad, but just that we're in bear market, and anything you launch now might not do well. So before you put your money on any project, I will advise you that you need to wait a bit. Let them launch it first, and when you see that it's not doing well, there's, like I told you, there's always a time, or there will always be how am I going to put it? There's always going to be a time for you to get into the market, even though you miss the move. The entry will always present itself. So you do not need to rush it or try to push out if you miss the market. So right now, let's check out some other news making headline. We can see Eptos blockchain launches to concern over tokenomics. We saw royalty chaos shows Ethereum NFT market more serious than Solana, and we can see Jack Dorsey, founded Blue Sky, unveil roadmap for decentralized social network, and we've been hearing news of Bored Ape. Yeah, Bored Ape co-founder want other side metaverse to be Web3 native Roblox for adults, and we can also see Bitcoin miners are pivoting in search of profit and edging their bet. And this bad guy is on the news again. Terra co-founder Do Kwon developed crypto Twitter persona for entertainment value. We know this guy has been coming out saying he's not on the run, and even though he's not coming out for us to hear him or for the authority to have a one-on-one with him, he's been hiding and he said he's not on the run. Also, we have on the radar crypto Twitter react to chaotic to launch APT token distribution. I told you, I just showed you on the what's it called, Twitter right now, where you see that a lot of people are saying what their concern is all about the APH. And we see another big news. Ripple unveils latest recipient of 250 million NFT creator funds. And also we have another news here. SEC CTF launch probe into bankrupt crypto fund 3 Arrows Capital. And now, more news over here. Eptos token plunges in trading debut. And we can see IRS expand key US tax language to include NFTs. And we can see another news right here. New Bitcoin focused VC firm Ego Debt capital raising and all of that. Another news right here. Bitcoin sleep as stocks rise, sparking speculation over correlation, because over sometimes now we'll see whenever the stocks drop or Bitcoin drop, we'll see both of them moving in the same direction. But now I think for some hours now, since some days now, we've seen stock appreciating while Bitcoin has been dropping. Even if you check Ethereum, I told you on Ethereum, ETH stop at 0.38. And whenever you have something like that, you should have move on. Why BTC stop at 0.50. We're still going to get to that and analyze the chart so you can have a proper understanding of what you can do in the market. And another news is a bankrupt crypto lender Voyage plan to settle CEO, CFO negligence claim related to 3 Arrows loan. We've seen so much of this news on the radar. Let's check out some other news before we move to the chart analysis or check the MarketWatch out. And we can see that BTC is even on the MarketWatch. We can see BTC is trading at 19,280 and it's been down almost 0.99% in 7 days. So I think all the news contribute to what we're seeing in the market. So we saw NFT project Azuki launches physical back token. I think that's a good one. And we all know Azuki made it back to top 10 yesterday and even moved immediately to around number 6. We're still going to check out the most collected NFT out later on the show. And I think this is a good one for the project. Also, we can see Voyager Digital won't sue its executive for incompetency and we claim insurance on them. We all know what happened to Voyager. They couldn't continue or stay in business again, and FTX had to acquire them for about $1 billion US. And now they say they're not going to claim, they're not going to sue the executive over incompetency. Rather, they're going to claim insurance on them. So we should look out for that news as well. Let's check out one or two more news on this side before we move on. We can see Bitcoin venture capital and security token flash green. And also, when will crypto bear market end as MarketWatch report? So let's check out on our another site where we'll take a look at some news. We saw Cardano drops 13% weekly and Bitcoin flat at $19,000. So we just need to look at all of these and make our own decision. Bitcoin pushing for 20K. Why Matic? That's Polygon. If you know Polygon ecosystem, their token is Matic, and it now sells about 7% in this. And I think we should check out the charts today because we've not checked Matic on this show for some time. Let's just check it out and know what we're going to do. Okay, more news on the radar. Digital platform sells house as an NFT on OpenSea, and we can see more than half of Ethereum network is excluding US sanction wallet. We saw another news. Avalanche releases technical details of their GHO stable coin, and we can see Vitalik to explore flurry of meme coin. These are all the news we have on the radar, and I think we don't have more concrete news like that apart from the Aptos that launches its layer 1 mainnet yesterday, and the token is not doing well at all. And that's why I tell you, when the project is about to launch, you do not FOMO in. You need to wait, take a look at it. It doesn't matter if it skyrockets, it's going to come down to retest wherever they try to push it up, and by the time it comes down, you can look for a good entry and acquire the token and keep it as your asset if you like. So before we move to the chart right now, if you've not subscribed to the channel, you need to do that right now. Subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so you can be part of what has been happening on this great channel. All right, now back to the chart. We can see on BTC right now, BTC is sitting at let's go to a higher time frame a bit so you can understand what I'm trying to show you. You see, BTC has formed what I call a symmetric triangle, or some people call it flag or sometimes, because we now have our 1, we have our 2 over here, we have our 3, and this is our 4. So what do you need to do right now so you can know if you're to sell or if you're to still hold your buy, if you're an investment or if you're a trader, if you're to take a short or you need to buy? So it's very simple, and this is what you need to do. Not financial advice, do your own research, but we've been right on this channel for about, let me say, 99.9% when it comes to chart analysis. And now you can see that we're expecting so much news today, talking about inflation in some other countries like Canada, Europe, and Great Britain. And you can see it right here that we're expecting the CPI year to year this morning, and also we're going to be expecting CPI month to month, median CPI year to year, and trimmed CPI in Canada, and also we're going to be seeing some CPI, final CPI, RRY in Europe. So all these could move the market. And mind you, today is Wednesday. We know there's always this volatility, or even in stock, in forex, and crypto. Wednesdays and let me say Tuesday, Wednesday, and half of Friday is always the best time to look for opportunity to make some money in the market. And today, I think we're going to be expecting that. I haven't seen all these things lined up. So I believe today, with my own analysis or my own theory, I believe we're going to see, we've seen our 1, 2, 3, 4 talking about a symmetric triangle. What are we now waiting for? We'll be waiting for a break below at 19,000. Even yesterday, I told you the moment we break below 19,000, we could see a potential short continue down to now mitigate this zone we'll be waiting for, which is 18,000 to 18,400 to 18,000. That's where I'm actually waiting for to take my buy, so I can minimize my risks. But the problem is, how am I going to call it? The truth is, we need to scale the profit that is going up. So now if you have a buy and you've not closed your buy, you can leave it. But mind you, you need to put your stop loss below 19,000, or let's say 19,100, because we've seen a symmetric triangle there, and we're expecting the market to break below here. If it breaks below here, we're going to see it coming down to mitigate this zone, then go up. Or we're going to see something like this, because normally this is how it normally is happening. We see 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm expecting the market to do a fake out as our number 5. Then probably maybe come down to mitigate this zone we've been waiting for. Then we'll see the market continue moving up if we're going to have a proper structure that is now going to be forming our higher high, higher low, and stuff like that. You understand? So that is what I'm actually expecting to see on the Bitcoin chart today. So I'm expecting the market to do all these things. I have a fake out to form the number 5 because the number 5 inside the symmetric triangle is always a fake out. I have a fake out, then come down back, test this zone, then push up, and sometimes we might have it just moving up like that. So now you need to be careful when you're placing your trade. It's either you place your trade over here at what's it called, above 19,700, and the moment you see it coming down to break 19,000 19,100, you need to get out of the market because we might be coming down to mitigate it, or rather you wait for it to come and mitigate this 18,000 to 18,500 zone, and I believe that's going to help you. But if you feel like you've done your risk reward management, you know your calculations, you can leave the trade, let it roll. Only when you need to know I need to get out of the market, it's really, really bad, is at this point, because the moment we break $18,000, I believe we're going to see the market move down more. We're now going to be waiting to see if the market will break 17,500. And like I told you, if it breaks 17,500, that's bad news for Bitcoin or even other cryptocurrency in general, because we all know the moment the Bitcoin keeps falling, others they follow. So that's that on BTC. Your buy stop, let me tell you, in a lower in a lower time frame, so you have a proper understanding. So now your set stop should be below 19,100, and your buy stop is above 19,700. And mind you, we're gonna have a fake out. We might have a fake out. So use your risk reward, because if you have the fake out and the market decided to come down to come and mitigate it, you need to get out of the market and now wait for the market to touch 18,400 to 18,200, thereabout, to 18K. Then you can have your buy. Do not forget to use your risk reward, and we can now see the market move up back. So that's that on BTC. Let's check out ETH also, so we can understand what is going on with Mr. Demej. And on ETH, like I told you yesterday, I said ETH USD. Let me show you quickly. You can see what's happening with ETH. Yesterday, I think I told you need to be careful and wait, that I'm expecting a breakout. Yeah, you can see I even put this here because that's what I'm actually expecting, because ETH is not forming a kind of cemented triangle. Rather, it's forming, will I call it, a lower low, lower high kind of movement. And let me see if we can bring out a kind of symmetric triangle over here. Yeah, I think it's forming symmetric triangle at last, but this is not actually symmetric triangle. This is ascending triangle. And we have ascending triangle. What do we expect? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to see the market move up before it comes down. And it's exactly what I've been saying, or what I told you on this channel, that you need to stick to some trading pattern, because that's going to help you a lot when you're taking out your trade, or you're looking at how to take your trade. And even though when we use Fibonacci, we can see with Fibo, it's even correlating with it, because we're having the market bouncing at 0.38. And anytime we have the market like that, we're going to have the market move, and eventually breaks out. So I'm expecting Ethereum to still do the same thing I told you guys yesterday. It's just that the market is just moving slowly, but we have some fundamental news coming up today, and that might help the market to move a bit. But on the other hand, because it's trading, anything can happen, you need to prepare for the one. You need to prepare for the worst, even though you've put on your best analysis. This is what you need to do. The moment we break below 1,280, I think you need to get out of the market if you're holding ETH, because we might now see it breaking this 1,262, and once we break that, we're going to see the market come falling down. But I expect the market to form this kind of movement, because you can see these are ascending triangle. It's a proper way to see 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm expecting the market to shoot up, even though it's going to create a movement to maybe around, I don't know, probably around 1,350, then come down to retest and move down or come down. We're going to see that in the chart shortly, and I believe all these things will play out today. So what do you need to do? put your buy stop above 1,343 or 1,340 for ETH, and put your sell stop. I would say put your sell stop below 1,280. But for a peace of mind and for you to know you're having a proper falling of ETH, I think is below 1,630. But you don't want to miss this movement between 1,086 or 85 to 1,060. So 1,260, and that's why sometimes it's always good to get in early. So I think if you see a breakthrough below 1,285, you can take a shot on ETH, but your buy is above 1,343. That is guaranteed. Do not forget to use your risk reward management so you do not liquidate all your asset, because the market is in it's kind of it's summer sometimes, and don't use higher lot size if you don't know how to do all these things. I've told you, go to www.instacashfx, apply for free training, and you can get to understand all of this free of charge. So that's that on ETH. ETH is looking good. I'm expecting a breakout. That's my own opinion. I'm expecting market to break above it, you understand? But you don't need to get into the market if you're not into the market. Put your buy stop and put your sell stop, and don't forget to use your risk reward. That's gonna help you. So let's check out Polygon now, which is Matic coin. I told you we've not checked this out in some days. Let's see what is going on with Polygon token. Let's check it out on Bitstamp here. Let's see Bitstamp and see. So now on Bitstamp, we can see Polygon. It's moving it's moving kind of, let me call it, it's been falling. Yeah, Polygon has been falling. Talking about after it has touched that $1, and now we're expecting what I'm expecting to see in this. It's been falling kind of, but what do we need to do? I think Polygon is very simple. Without even wasting no time, you just need to do like this. It's breaking this zone out already. I think it's a buy already. If this is not a fake out, Polygon is a buy because it's breaking out the structure. But now, use your risk reward if you're accumulating any token. But where do you need to short Polygon? You need to sell your token if you have some. I think is when it break below 0.70, that's 70 cents. But right now, I think Polygon is a buy. You can see it's breaking this structure on a higher time frame, and I believe it might pull back here to mitigate this point and continue moving up. So I think Polygon is a buy right now, but put your short below. The moment you see it breaking 0.70 cent, I think that's a bad news and you need to get out of the market. But if you're willing to acquire some asset of Polygon, I think it's a buy right now, because we saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was complete. Then we have 1, 2, 3. We have this 4, and this fails to break it, and now we're breaking this point. So if this is not a fake out, I think it's a buy. But if it's a fake out, we're going to see move up and come down immediately. Then you need to get out of the market when you see 0.69 cent. That is 69 cents. You need to get out of the market. But if you're still in the market and you're buying, I think you can still hold your trade and see if it's going to break $1. If you break $1 again, I think it's a massive buy for Matic, and we need to put an eye out there. So let's check out some other news that's coming up in the fundamental news this week. We'll be expecting FOMC blood speak tomorrow. Employment change, talking about Australian dollar. We'll be seeing GDP in CNY, and also Philly Fed Manufacturing Index will be coming up tomorrow as well in the United States. And we have some other news that are not that important, and we have some that are even important, like employment claims, existing home sales, and all of that are going to be coming up on the economic calendar. We're talking about fundamental news tomorrow, and on Friday we'll be expecting to see the data on retail sales, core retail sales month to month, and all of that. So let's quickly check the MarketWatch like we always do every day. We can see now market cap of cryptocurrency is now sitting at 927 billion, and on the sister side is sitting at 963 billion. I told you the difference of what you're seeing on this both sides is because the token they list on this might not be the same token they list on the other platform. So, but what we all know is we are still below $1 trillion US. So now let's check out the volume, and we can see the volume 24 hours on this side is about 53 billion, and the volume on this side, let me reload this because the difference is kind of high, but I think CoinGecko has always been reliable when it comes to getting facts and data from them. And we can see 24 hours volume is sitting at 105 billion, and we can see BTC sitting as close to 40%, and ETH has been dropping from 16.3 to 16.4 to 16.3, and on the sister side we can see 39.9, that's close to 40%, talking about BTC dominance. And on the ETH, we're seeing 17.2 for Ethereum. And we can see Bitcoin is trending, Cardano is trending, Shiba Inu is trending, and they are both in red because we can see the market has been ranging for some time. That's going to affect the moving average in 7 days, in 30 days, and even in 200 days, talking about some of you that use those tools to place trade or to execute your trade. So now we can see BTC is trading at 19,285, and it's been dropping for 1.49% in the last 2 hours. ETH at 1,300, dropping about 2.30% or 31% in the last 24 hours. And let's check out Matic, which is Polygon. We can see Polygon has appreciated about 8.18% in the last 7 days, and I think that's why we saw that movement. And I haven't told you, I think it's a buy, except we saw that fake out, but I don't think it's a fake out because it's already moving ahead the old structure, and that could push it up a bit. So now let's check out some coins on the top 100 like we normally do. Stepping has made it to top 100, Celo made it to top 100, and we even see Ravecoin now in top 100. Let's check out the coins under top 100 to have an experience of some coins that are doing well. Kusama is sitting at 103, Terra Luna down back to 104, and Gemini Dollar 107, and Cadena is still just falling down now, even far below 117, sitting at 118. So that's that on the coins below that. Let's check out the overall top NFT like we always show you. You can see CryptoPunk is now back at number 1, Body API is now back at number 2, and we can now see Mutant Ape is now back at number 5. Genu Indeed is now number 6, and I think we just keep having different NFT making it into top 100, and that's why I told you need to be careful in the NFT games. Do your own research before you put your money on any asset. And but we can see Azuki is doing well. We saw that they just launched their own token to back their NFT, which I think that's a good thing. And Azuki back to number 10, and even now at number 3. I believe that's a good move for Azuki. So now let's check out some excuse me. Let's check out the sentiment, and the fear and greed sentiment today is at 23, which is still extreme fear. And I've been saying this, I've been preaching it on this show, that we've been on extreme fear for some time now. And what does that mean? It shows that people are just too scared to get into the market, and that's when you need to buy. You understand? You need to buy. Imagine you buy at 17.5. Since then, you're still in profit, even though you've decided not to take your profit. You understand? You're still holding it, and the moment we break 17.5, that's going to be a bad news, because I believe the market is going to fall down, and we're going to see a lot of things happen, but the chart is going to tell us about it, and that's why we always analyze the chart every day on this show. So if you've not subscribed to the channel, you need to do that right now. Subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. So fear and greed index sitting at 23, and we can see that Aptos is trending, Binance is trending, even we see other coin trending like XRP is trending, and also what can we see on my timeline? Polygon is trending. We just check the chart out. Cardano is trending, and all of these are trending, and I believe we're going to see a massive movement in crypto very soon. So if you've not subscribed, you have to do that right now. Subscribe right here, like and share, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. So much headlines today, and you can read more about it if you like. But on this show, we're all about value and good information, and we promise to be bringing that to your view every day. All right, that's all what I've got for you today. Make sure you do your own research before you place any trade, and do not FOMO in on any project. If they're launching, let them launch. Let's see how it perform. Then you cannot bank your money on it. Don't be the scapegoat. Don't be the one that they use the money to, rug other people, and now you're going to lose your assets. And the economy, inflation is rising globally, and every one of us needs to be careful and watch where we invest in. And also, always, how am I going to say it? Always trade or invest what you can afford to lose, because we all know it's still an unregulated zone when it comes to cryptocurrency. All right, I still remain myself, Ahmed Oladmeji Kazim, until I catch you tomorrow on another fantastic and beautiful episode. Peace out.